Hi guys and welcome back. Today we're going to be going over some analysis and look and see what we can expect from just a couple of different coins like XRP. We're going to be covering first. We're going to do DOT and AVAX. So if you haven't already, do subscribe, drop a comment, and click the bell and follow us for more videos. XRP is a lot in the news, especially with the SEC, this lawsuit coming up, but it's wrapping up finally. So let's take a look and see what's going on. Everybody's saying it's going to go to the moon. Just wait. Well, let's take a look. Right now it's trading at 0.43. It is up quite a bit if we want to take a look at that on the daily chart. But we're kind of coming into a hurdle here. If you really want to take a look really so much in the chart, the next big hurdle we're going to have, just to double check, is going to be right around in here. We're going to reach around 47 as it's going to touch, it's going to touch support. Which is going to be forming a resistance. So former support is going to be there right here around 49, kind of coming through. And actually, it will be a pretty strong piece as it's touching several places. And if you really want to be more accurate, we can just bracket down right here. And that's going to kind of give us a more idea. So here in between this area, treating it as an area, not a definite spot on the daily, you can tell that we don't have very far to go before we actually start getting some selling, pushing power, push right back down. Now it still is under the 200 EMA, which is still telling us is technically in a bear market still. So it still does have a high potential of actually being pushed and not going anywhere. Looking at the daily, if we look at trends kind of coming, which is going to be kind of hard to really call it, right? But let's make a trend line, right? So if we make a trend line just to kind of see what's going to push some of this high, right? Just some kind of really quick, just to see where that confluence entry would be. This is what we're looking at right here, right? So this is going to be a moment too that's going to be of importance where you're really going to see this get pushed in. It's about right here. This is going to be the area to be watching for, not only you, but all of the different traders, your swing traders, everybody else is going to be paying attention to this moment, right, when it breaks around 49. And I believe, giving that point, just on the daily, without even going into the upper time frame, just looking at the bottom, this is where we're going to see a lot of really selling pressure coming in to push this price back down. Now, if it does push down, we're going to look at 37 being back again. 37 around that area, and then it can even push lower again, but that big point is around 24, which it has that possibility if it does go. I'm not saying it is, but just this kind of giving you a bit of an idea, right? On the weekly time frame, this is kind of what we're going to be looking at too, given that you can see what our previous from the day, it doesn't look so great. It is rejecting the selling pressure. Now this is also a good sign going up though, that it could push up above. We need another good momentum candle. This just isn't strong enough. Now you need to have, two more candles in green to kind of push, and we can call it, the three soldiers kind of come in, right? But to push in from there. But here you can even see that 58 even, and this is going to be a prominent number. Trading as an area, right? 49, let's see. Right, if we're looking at the weekly just to try to draw our resistance, I mean, you're going to see the same thing, kind of pretty much. If treating it as that area, it's going to be the same thing that's going to be fighting 50, right? And even more 57 if you really want to be bold, depending on how you're looking at your charts. This is going to be a big moment too. If you're making with the candles, the body of the candle, or the wicks, I like to do the wicks, kind of give you an idea, treating it as an area, right? But either way, this is going to be a strong point. I mean, that's going to be a very, very strong point, especially when you look at one touch. For this, let me just get my pen ready for you guys, right? Here we go. Here we go. I mean, look, if we go to this point, you got a touch here. You're going to have a touch here. I mean, touch here. I mean, that's going to be a very, very strong resistance point, which can make it go down, especially if everything's going. If we're looking at the week as far as EMA, it's still below, and it looks still very bearish to me. I know it's going up right now, but how quickly that can actually go depends, and that's something you're going to have to really watch out for a little bit later. But kind of giving you an idea of what to be paying attention to is this little area, right? So regardless, if you have a candle break above that resistance level, it closes and you have a momentum, it's time to buy in, drop to your lower time frames as well. All right, now what about DOT? DOT is in a downtrend. It is trading at $6.47. It is not the most beautiful, also hanging below the 200 EMA. The 50 EMA even is, well, it holds pretty tight to it actually, but it was rejected, also acting as the the resistance coming here. Let's see, right, so put that blue, that resistance coming up, you're going to have this one also going to be kind of a strong area too, where we have this red line, right? This was the support when the last time we covered this, right? So that's going to be the first HODL, right? And then the next, and also this is going to be supports and resistance. You have several lines for it to actually jump up. So if you're thinking it's really going to climb here, I highly doubt it. Rehab even. I mean, it's in a straight downtrend. Even the pull up out of that for the daily is going to be a minute, but it is a sign of reversal. It does kind of start to form. Hey, we got about 11 hours. It is starting to form a little bit of a momentum pattern, which is good. But given that this our previous support or new resistance can drive it down further, because this could just be a nice little retracement kind of going on here. Even looking at the MACD, this is also looking very bearish as well, kind of a gap, and it's not even close, so I don't see anything really changing for this one as well. Let's take a look at our last one, AVAX, right? I'm pretty bullish on AVAX always, but just kind of giving a look at what's happening here. Way below the 200 moving average, is trading around 17 bucks and 61. Let's take a look. Now it is starting to cover up. It's a big momentum candle. Now that does look good, and you can see it kind of started bouncing off. We have two rejections at the bottom, a third, but a long wick candle rejecting the high, but it did come over and start, but I think it's going to continue down as well. That long wick at the top is not a good sign. Never. But it is kind of getting rejected here. If we can have another bullish candle come up over here, that would be great. But we do want to see it actually close around right here. Given, so if it needs to close right above here as well, and taking a look, and if we kind of give you an idea, if it does do that, you're we need to see it. Let's see. Yeah, your confluence line. This is going to be it right here. All right. So your confluence right here, if it closes in, this is going to be the moment that you're going to need to check for, is about right in this area. Boy, I kind of made that mistake. Right here, there we go. All right, right here, once it closes up over there, that'll be a good entry point if you kind of go into the other time frame. But let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame, right? Coming in, and let's zoom in a little bit, right? So we have a little bit of rejection coming in around 3 hours left to kind of make that decision if this will turn green and push up over here, and this is going to be your entry point. If you kind of see, right, we have several different forms actually validating if it's going to go up or not, right? This is going to be the point. And the next will be this. If you're kind of swing trading, this is a good opportunity for you, doing the work for you here really well. But if you look at the 4-hour time, very bullish. 3 soldiers, a rejection, come up to the top, reversing. Then we need this candle to close. Now we're right in this key moment here as well, and that's something to pay attention to. So we have this, right? This candle right in this moment, right? I mean, we have that right smack on point, but that's not really, just because it's inside of this, let's call it the kill zone, right? I like to give little names and stuff, but giving that it is right in this way, let me just get rid of that. All right, so you see it's kind of in this triangle. That doesn't mean anything. And it looks great. This is your moment, but what you want is right above that moment, 1795. That's where you want to kind of see a little bit of momentum. Now it shows very bullish, right, on the MACD, for example, very bullish. So it can cover up, but that's not all, right? If we go back to the 1-hour time frame, this is what we're going to have. The 1 day, sorry, I said 1 hour, right? That's our chart. There's our line, right? Very good, but it also going to take a really sharp turn, very fast, very easy. But it does kind of look like it's going to be reversing. You need to go to the RSI. and take a look and see if it was oversold, and that's what's going on, to kind of make a point if that's actually going to be a true reversal or not. But this is, you have a lot of things kind of coming off into resistance in previous support. You have going over the trend line as well, so that's going to be a key point that be paying attention to. But you're going to see a lot of pushback power right here. You want to actually validate that once it breaks over that resistance and it has a momentum candle going towards. That's going to be the idea bet. In the daily, but you're going to run into more and pretty strong as well, around 18. You're going to see pretty strong as well, but not that bad. And this area a little bit, also not that strong, so it could actually start picking up, given that if everything goes great for us, but just kind of, again, if you're day trading, if you are swing trading, a potential to make some money if you have several AVAX in your chart. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Follow me for more analysis. Click the bell, stay on top of our videos, and thank you for joining.